We are reading in the book that is Ezekiel chapter 9. In Ezekiel chapter 9, we see that it pictures the judgment in the house of God, the judgment for the living in the house of God. And we are told very clear in verse 3 of Ezekiel chapter 9, and it says, "And the glory of God of Israel was gone up from the cherub, whereupon he was, to the threshold of the house, and he called to the man clothed with linen, and had the writer's ink on by his side." Verse 4, "And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof." So, brothers and sisters, here we are told very clear in the word of God, in Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 3, we are told to say at this time the Lord is on the threshold of the house on earth. That is what we have read from Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 3. And in verse 4, we see that the Lord gave the instruction or the command to the angel, the man who had the writer's ink on by his side, to say, "Go and set a mark upon those who are doing what? Sighing and crying for the abominations that are being done in the midst, in the church." So only those who sigh and cry for all the abominations that are being done in Seventh-day Adventists, they are going to be sealed. And they are going to survive the slaughter that we find in this same chapter. When you read Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 5, verse 6, going down, we see that men, maidens, little children, women, all these are going to perish together during the time of slaughter. Of which Sister White gives a comment to say, study the 9th chapter of Ezekiel. These words will be literally fulfilled. Yet the time is passing and the people are asleep.